Alright, so I finally want to touch on why I quit Hypixel Skyblock. I know it's been a very long time, but mainly has to do with gameplay because at this I'm gonna try to avoid all the other factors like, cheat cheaters, you have IRL traders, just you have updates not coming out. I mean that is a big factor. Cough dungeons. Um So at the beginning of Hypixel Skyblock, it was a lot of fun, right? Because you had uh, new things to chase, and all that. But then it just became a real grind, as well. There's nothing new to do. It used to be that there was something new the whole time. Right? You had at the start it was like, oh cool, now I can go over to the caves, keep trying to get to the next level. Oh, and now go to like the spider area. I've forgotten what it's called already, but you always had something new to do, something new to go for, something that was better. Here's where a problem comes in. Everything is flat damage, so there's nothing better to use, right? Well, there's no options, more or less. It's either you use A or you use B, right? N- But not even that, because I mean you have aspect to the end, right? That's the only one that really is used, other than your primary damage, like at least when I quit. And that was just, I mean, the devs wanted everybody to chase every single weapon, and that's just not gonna happen if everything's flat damage because there's no reason to, right? There's like why would I chase something that's worse than what I already have, right? And that's part of the problem in the game because yes, there are a lot of things to go for, but there's no reason to go for them. Like here in D2, like I just got the mountaintop, which I just pulled out, and I was grinding for that for a long time. Yes, there are other grenade launchers. I can use a hand cannon or something, but it's really good for what it does. I mean, also scout rifles are good for, long distance tapping down stuff. So there's a lot of variety with weapons. And with Hypixel Skyblock, it's all just, oh, you have a sword that does X damage and a sword that does Y damage. Well, X is greater than Y, so let me just take the X damage sword, right? And eventually you got to the point in the game where it's no longer exploring and grinding for stuff. You just AFK on your island because it reached the point where it was it was AFKing was faster than actually playing the game to get new stuff, right? And that's just less than ideal. That's why I think the player base was deceptively large, in my opinion, because so many people were just AFK. They weren't actually playing the game. They were just AFK, right? And it became a prison server, if I'm gonna be honest. Except it'd be like if a prison server, you could like instead of mining to get up, like to get higher like rank or whatever, you had to just sit there and be in the auto miner, and that was the fastest way. Like, what the fuck, right? You know what I mean? No, that for me was a huge problem because I mean, if you're AFKing, you're just not as attached to the game, and also you're not really playing the game. You're playing an idle game, right? You're not. Uh, it was very frustrating because while that's all going on, oh boy, just sit on your island and AFK, get coins, and then buy stuff. It, and then the whole entire time they're like, oh well, we haven't got this dungeons update out yet, so let's just add in a money sink, and add in another money sink, and add in another, and another. Like, that's not an content update. That's, it's really not. Just because you add more content doesn't mean it's more good content, right? Like, Destiny could add something like that, right? Doesn't mean it's good, right? People aren't gonna play it. That's what I think what happened with Season of Arrivals. Um, for me, I joined during that season, so I was fine. I had new content to play. But I mean, you see what the problem is? You can't. They started off with a lot of good stuff, like new stuff to explore and all that, and then they just added in a bunch of random shit that wasn't even fun. They're like, "Oh, we added more stuff, haha. Go play our new stuff." Like, no, it's not fun. Like, I don't want to have to pay like what was it, like 10 million or something? I forget. To like just to get your bank back where it was. But I feel like they wasted such an opportunity because if they had added more stuff like they did with the end, right? That was a great update. And then they're like, oh, it's dungeons next. Psych, it's Slayers. Welcome to Cookie Clicker. And that killed the game for me. I'm not gonna lie. And it got to the point for me where I didn't even consciously quit the game. And I just didn't log in on Christmas Day. And I never really logged in after that because I was having so little fun playing the game that I didn't even like realize that I wasn't playing it. You know what I mean? Like if I stopped playing Destiny, I would definitely notice, right? Because I have a ton of fun playing this game, and I think my hours reflect that. um, but yeah, I don't want to ramble too long or go over all the problems with like secret updates, where they don't actually post the patch notes of the update or something like that. So I'll try to keep it short, but yeah, that's the main problem with the game, in my opinion. They had something good and then they turned it into something else that was just terrible. Like the game, it started off as ooh fun, adventure, grind for new gear, like get your skills up, and then it turned into oh just AFK for like 100 hours to get a new weapon, throw away your old weapon because that's not even relevant anymore. Spend all your money on the new money sink, yay. And g generally just don't have fun in the game, right? And that's why I quit. So I will be streaming Destiny too. I have Twitch. Yes, I've been mainly streaming there. So it's going to be in the description if you want to check that out. But otherwise, I'll see you next time if, well, whenever next time is.